Hello, everyone. Our theme for our class is arms and shoulders. Sitting in easy pose right now. Bring your arms to the front here, hands on top of your knees. And we turn our palms up towards the sky, sitting up taller. Little opening for our shoulders. Instead of having our palms down, draw your chin to the chest. Bring your head up. Draw the chin to the chest. Bring your head up. And one more time, draw the chin to the chest. Bring the head up. And again, sitting up taller, elongating through the spine. Draw one ear to the shoulder. Notice if you're tipping your chin down right now. I'd like you to have the ear to the shoulder. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale breath. We open up through the body into any tight areas. Exhale breath. Let your body release. The inhale breath draws our head back up to center. Exhale breath, tip the ear to the other side. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale breath and lift our head back up to the center. Again, sitting tall. Draw the chin to the chest. Hold. It's a little tip of the head. See if you can tip it a little bit more without pushing your chin into the chest. Expand into the rib cage, into your abdomen with your inhale breath. Inhale breath, draw the head back up and hold. Take your hands down by the side into the other side for easy pose and crossing the legs. You can do this sitting on a chair too, stool. So crossing your legs the opposite way, and notice here if this feels a little bit different to the other side when we're holding easy pose. Into our side bend, draw the shoulders down. Take one hand down towards the ground. With an inhale breath, draw your arm up and overhead, long through the waist. Long through both sides of the waist. Our shoulder is released down. Let your body sink into the earth. Inhale breath, drawing back up to the center. Exhale breath, take your hand down into the other side and sweep your other arm up overhead, long through the waist. Exhale, hold. Inhale, long through the waist. Arm in line with your ear. Shoulders release down. Inhale, breath, drawing back up. Exhale, breath, take the hand, float it back down. Our next pose is shoelace. Take the legs forward to the top of your mat. For shoelace, left leg could be extended here and then crossing your right leg over top and having your knees. The goal is to have your knees on top of each other. And you can hold right here. For the full shoelace, bending both knees, stacking your knees over top of each other again is the goal. Now adding our eagle arms, or you can take your arms behind and then lift your chest up. So eagle arms would be sweeping your right arm underneath the left arm and then wrapping them around each other, drawing up and then down. Breathing into all those tight areas. Exhale, breath. Earth absorb everything we don't need. Breathing in the oxygen that the earth provides, that the natural world provides. Exhale the carbon dioxide and feed the natural world. How is your breath? Is it even? The exhale breath, we come out of eagle arms and twisting. Take your hands by the side. Take the legs forward. You may windshield wiper knees to side. Great for our lower back here when we do this windshield wiper. You may do it a few times. You can do it 50 times. And now hold. Into our other side. Now, right leg is straight and then left knee is crossing over top of the right knee. So you could be here and you could be holding and enjoying the pose here, or both knees stacked over top of each other, stacking your left knee over top of the right knee. You can have your hands onto your ankles. You can have your hands on the ground or back into eagle arms with your left arm crossing underneath the right arm, and then we wrap our arms around each other, draw your arms up and then pull the arms just gently down. Shoulders being drawn away from our ears. Breathe. It is nice to turn inward here, having single focus. Exhale breath. We make our way out of eagle arms. Taking your hands by the side and coming out of shoelace. Legs come forward again, back into windshield wiper. Legs, knees side to side. Drawing this movement into our pelvis. Nice massage into the lower back. Hold center, a seated twist. Taking the left leg forward, take your right leg up and over top of the left leg. Now a little bit of a change here. You can keep the right hand down and take your left hand onto the outside of the knee, and that's just fine. Or the change would be placing your hand behind your head. And now I'm not going to press my head forward, so my hand's not going to do that. I'd like to sit up, inhale breath, and then exhale breath, twist towards the right side. Let the shoulders release down towards the ground. Feel this opening to our shoulder, our spine. With the exhale breath, coming out of the twist, release the right arm down and a little twist to the other side. We hold for a moment and come back into our other side. And remember the different options with your hands, your arms, that the left hand could be down here. You could hold onto the outside of the knee because you're still opening up through the shoulder when your arm is coming back here. So you can do that. Or hand goes behind the head. Inhale breath, we sit up tall. Exhale breath, twist to the left side. And breathe. Exhale breath leads us back. Release your hand away from the head. Uncrossing your legs, so take your left leg up and back into windshield wiper knees. And come back to center. Take your legs to the side here, so bending through the knees into toe pose. Sitting on your toes. I should say sitting on your ankles. Sitting on your toes. Okay, so you can be here, sitting on your ankles. You can take your hands behind to the small of the back. So fingers pointing down. So the heels of your hands to the small of your back, fingers pointing down. We draw open through our chest, elbows pointing to the back. So a little bit deeper into the toes. We release out of toe pose. Take your arms forward into all fours. Wag of our tail. Now tadpole is the next pose. You can come down here to your forearms. The right knee and then the left knee, they may turn out towards the edges of your mat. Bring your feet together. You may take your hands together. Now sit down into the center, opening up through the groin. Now take your feet wider to the edges too. You can turn your toes out, finding what's going to work for you. You may have a little cushion, a little support underneath of the inside of the knees. And this big opening into our groin. Your shoulders are strong. And releasing, we step back with our hands back to all fours and hold. For cat-cow, draw the navel to your spine, gripping your mat with your finger pads, inhaling to cow. Drawing the tailbone up first, and then moving up your spine. Exhale, tailbone down first, and then through the rest of the spine, curve. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Excuse me, big arch. Inhale. Cow. Cat. 2 more times through. Now last time. Excuse me. And release. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna cough. Okay, so back down, coming to the front of our body, we let the right cheek rest. Place your arms by the side of the body, heels turned up towards the sky. Into Shavasana. Just be one moment. I'll just. Out of Shavasana, we lift, bring your arms back to the top of the mat and lift your upper body back. We'll do a little threading of the needle. Take your right arm underneath of the left armpit and roll, and then take your left knee up. Rolling over to the left side. Bring your arms in line with the shoulders. And have your arms straight or elbows bent. Big opening into the front of our shoulder. Lengthening out through the arms. Nice twist into the lower back, spine. Now if you find that this is too big of an opening into the shoulder, just take the arm back and let it lie on your side of the body. You may turn your head the opposite way of the bent knee. Coming out of the twist. Nice and slow. Back into Shavasana, front of the body. Excuse me. Okay, now left cheek rests on your mat, arms down by the side of the body. Heels up towards the sky instead of letting them flop down to the sides. Heels turned up, I should say. Mm. Now, out of Shavasana, turn your head, bring your arms back to the top of the mat, into our twist. You may take your right knee up first. See if that works for you instead of the other way, or left arm comes underneath of the right shoulder, knee up, and the mill the right arm up and over. Opening up through our shoulders, lengthening out through our arms. Turning the head the opposite way, the bent knee. Nice big twist again to our spine. Notice your breath here. Is the twist making it easier for you to breathe? Finding an even breath. Out of the twist, coming back the opposite way towards the front of our body, prone. Into child's pose. Come back to all fours. Child's pose. The arms may be forward. You can turn your knees out to the sides of the mat, edges of the mat. Sitting into the heels first, and then take your arms forward. You may turn your palms up towards the sky. If this doesn't work for you, you can have your arms by the side of the body too. You can lie in the side of the body, you can lie in your back. Let the forward rest. And out of child's pose, coming to the front of the body again, prone, lying down on your mat. Into Sphinx pose. And curl the toes, heels turned up towards the sky, elbows underneath of the shoulders. Now, I don't have a pillow or anything underneath of my top of my arms into my armpits, but you could. So you could do that. You can take your arms a little bit more forward. Just finding what's going to work for you. Draw the navel to the spine. Our shoulders releasing away from the ears, pubic bone down. Lengthen out through, elongate through the spine. You may tip your chin to the chest, just a little tip here. And then let the head hang. Let it go. Notice if you're holding on. Think of ice cubes underneath of your belly. Lifting your belly button away. Releasing out of Sphinx. Bring the toes back. Walking your arms back into child's pose, or you can lie on your back. This time you may turn your knees out to the edges if you didn't do that before. Sit back into the heels. The arms may be coming forward. You can let the forehead rest onto your hands or arms forward again. You may turn your palms up to the sky or just hands flat down. Palms down towards the ground. Out of child's pose, we walk our hands back to seated. And this is seated swan. Legs forward, knees are bent, crossing your right ankle over top of the left knee. Now you can do this with your legs straight here too. You can sit on a chair and you can cross your ankle over the knee, or lie down on your back and cross your ankle over top of the knee. Eye of the needle here too. So which way would you like to do this pose? That you will be able to find it accessible, that you'll be able to enjoy. Sitting in stillness, or like we say, feel more comfortable. Shoulders being drawn down away from the ears. If you need to readjust, please go ahead and do so and then come back into stillness. You may even want to increase the stretch. So if you're sitting up, you can take the left foot back closer to the hip. Without rounding through the spine. So if you notice that you're rounding through the spine, take your foot a little bit further away, left foot up further away. Continuing to have straight spine. Out of eye, off the needle. Slide your foot away to the other side. So just sit yourself up. If it didn't work for your wrist that you're upright and holding this pose, lie down on the ground. That will work. Sit on a chair. To the other side for eye of the needle and draw. Chest up. Shoulders down, feeling them open. And breathe, breathing into, inhaling to those tight areas. Exhale, let yourself release. Let go. Out. Slide away into our butterfly pose. You can keep this, you can lie down on your back and do butterfly, or you're upright, bringing the bottom of your feet together. Pillows underneath of our knees. Good support for us. And we sit up. With the exhale breath, fold forward. Head hangs. Shoulders soften. With the exhale breath, Let ourselves go a little bit deeper. Your arms may come forward as you sink a little bit deeper into this pose. Now out of butterfly, back up. Ah, that's lovely. To the side of our body, and then into a twist when we lie down. You can do a twist upright too. That you could sit and then just twist to one side like this. That would work. Or you can lie down with me. Side of the body, knees into the chest at first. For cradle, our pelvis softens into the ground. Now we lift our legs up and over to the left side. Arms in line with the shoulders. Turn your head the opposite way of the knees. And it's kind of like the twist that we did just a short period of time ago. This one has both knees bent. So you may find it a little bit more accessible when both knees are bent than just one. Turning our head back towards the center. Legs come back towards the center. You may come back into cradle. Right knee, left knee into the chest and hold. And legs come up to the other side. Okay, arms in line with the shoulders. Turn your head the opposite way of the knees. And coming back to the center. Legs coming back to the center and into cradle, hold. Now one more pose before Shavasana Pentacle. It'll be a supported bridge. You may place a pillow between the knees and hold onto that, or a block. You may place a block or a pillow underneath of the pelvis, a nice firm one, and support yourself this way. Or you can use a block. So holding on to a block, you might like, and then having a block underneath of your sacrum. And holding for our bridge. Continue to look up to the sky as you remove your props. Just taking your prop away from underneath your pelvis. Taking your prop away between your knees. And hold here for a moment. The pelvis releasing into the ground. Our final pose, Shavasana. You may lie here on your back, the knees bent or legs straight. You can come to the side of the body. You can bring your legs up the wall. You can make a nice incline for yourself too to lie on. Oh, and also you can bring your legs into butterfly if you're reclined. If you have a blanket you would like to cover your body with to stay warm, please do so. Letting our body, our physical body, let go. We notice our mind, letting our thoughts pass one by one. Our eye sockets are heavy. Lips part. Facial muscles soften. Our breath softens. We'll call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. You may hear sounds around you. I'm starting to hear some rain. It would be nice to smell the rain in the morning. You can wiggle your toes, you can wiggle your fingers, and coming back. Maybe a shift through the body. Now, if you're lying on your back, bending through right knee, left knee, right arm overhead, and then rolling over to your right side to fetal. We let ourselves take this moment, and then coming up to easy pose, or you can come back into toe pose, or something else that will help you just to feel this sitting where you can let yourself just be. We close our eyes and take our hands to our heart center. Open up your eyes. Yourself feel a softness. Arms, shoulders, back. Thank you so much for joining me, sharing your practice. Namaste.